On April 13, 2016, Kobe Bryant torched the scoreboard for 60 points in his farewell game, and the very last man to check in for him that night was Ryan Kelly. Fast forward exactly 4 years to the day Kobe passed away, and Kelly put up 24 points in 24 minutes, closing out his stat line in the 24th second of the clock. Every digit lined up with Kobe's number. That's not luck. That's the league doing something strange on purpose. And that's really just the appetizer. The NBA is loaded with these. Kobe's Utah bookends. May 12, 1997. Kobe Bryant, 18 years old, thrown into an elimination game against the Utah Jazz. Down the stretch and into overtime, he clanked 4 air balls in a row. Not just misses, air balls. The Lakers went home and Kobe left the floor looking like a teenager who'd just been exposed on live TV. Almost 19 years later, April 13, 2016, the Jazz were back in front of him. This time the story flipped completely. 60 points, 22 of 50 shooting, 10 of 12 from the line, and the last basket of his career, dropped in front of a packed home arena. No hesitation, no nerves, just total control. The same franchise that watched him crumble as a rookie became the team he buried on his way out the door. Heartbreak first, triumph last. Same number 24, well, 8 turned 24 on the jersey both times. It's a career arc almost too tidy to be real. LeBron overtakes Kobe in Kobe's city. January 25, 2020. LeBron James finishes a layup in Philadelphia and slides past Kobe Bryant on the all-time scoring list. Philadelphia isn't a random backdrop. It's Kobe's hometown. LeBron closed the game with 29 points, Kobe's name written in gold on his sneakers. The Philly crowd rose for him. That night, Kobe sent a congratulatory tweet, his last one ever. Less than a day later, word broke that he had died. Nobody planned this sequence. LeBron passed him where Kobe grew up. Kobe publicly blessed the moment, and by morning, the world had changed. It's the kind of chain of events that only sports seems capable of producing. Shaq's 37-year finals thread. Between 1984 and 2020, every NBA Finals featured at least one player who had either played alongside Shaquille O'Neal or would eventually play with him. 38 straight years. The chain started before Shaq had even entered the league, carried early on by players like Byron Scott. Once Shaq showed up in 1992, the web widened fast. Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher, and later Rajon Rondo and Danny Green kept it going well past his 2011 retirement. Shaq himself didn't need to be in the finals for the streak to hold. It was really a sprawling teammate network stretching across 4 decades. The run ended in 2021 when the Bucks met the Suns with no Shaq connection anywhere on either roster. Jordan's identical Game 6. 1997 NBA Finals. Game 6 against the Jazz. Michael Jordan logs 44 minutes and shoots 15 for 35 to close the series. 1 year later, 1998 Finals, Game 6, same opponent. 44 minutes again, 15 for 35 again. Not one shot off in either direction. Same stage, same stakes, same exact shot chart. 12 months apart. It reads like a typo until you pull up the actual box scores. Boston reclaims the all-time win record. February 3rd, 2017. The Celtics and Lakers face off on what looks like a routine regular season night. Except both teams walked in tied at 3,252 all-time wins. The 2 winningest franchises in league history, deadlocked. ESPN pegged the odds of that exact tie happening in a head-to-head matchup at roughly 1 in 8,292. Boston won 113-107 with Isaiah Thomas scoring 38 and claimed sole ownership of the record with win number 3,253. The Lakers had held the top spot since around 2001. For Boston, it wasn't a slow climb back to the top. It happened in one single game where the record itself was on the line. Denver's double 3-1 comeback. In the 2020 playoffs, the Denver Nuggets pulled off something the league had never seen. 2 separate comebacks from a 3-1 series deficit in the same postseason. First against Utah, winning 3 straight to close it out. Then, weeks later, against the Clippers, down 3-1 again. and again reeling off 3 straight wins to finish the job. Before that run, only 13 teams in NBA history had ever escaped a 3-1 hole even once. Denver did it twice in a row, with no break in between. Detroit's MVP-less dynasty. Only one franchise has won 3 championships without ever having a regular season MVP on the roster: the Detroit Pistons. The 1989 and 1990 titles came from a core of Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, and Bill Laimbeer, none of whom ever won MVP before or after. Then in 2004, an entirely different roster: Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, did it again. 3 titles, 3 decades, 0 MVPs across the board. The 2019 Raptors get brought up sometimes as a comparison, but that roster still has active players who could still win the award. Detroit's case is closed for good. Vince Carter's 2 shutdowns. Vince Carter was drafted in 1998, but a league-wide lockout pushed his rookie debut to February 1999. 22 seasons later, the longest career the league has ever seen, his final game came on March 11, 2020, mere hours before the NBA shut this season down entirely because of the pandemic. He drained a 3-pointer in his last moments on the court, and then everything stopped. His career opened during one shutdown and closed during another, 20 years apart. A debut in Toronto born from a lockout, and a farewell in Atlanta cut short by a pandemic. Chris Paul's playoff curse. Across 15 playoff runs, Chris Paul's teams have lost more series than they've won. 12 wins, 15 losses. In 2015, his Clippers blew a 3-1 lead against Houston in one of the more notorious collapses in playoff history. In 2016, Portland eliminated them after they let a 2-0 lead slip away. In 2016, Portland eliminated them after they let a 2-0 lead slip away. In 2022, his Suns blew a 2-0 series lead against Dallas and lost in 7. By the end of that run, Paul had become the first player ever to lose 5 different playoff series after leading 2-0. One of the sharpest point guards the game has ever had. And somehow, the collapses kept finding him across 3 different teams.